And we are back. Another morning episode for everyone here. And today's focus is something that many of us have come to struggle with and something that continues to loom around consistently. And this is anxiety. This can stop us from wanting to take actions on the things that we know we should be doing, the opportunities that we get. So, a lot of people talk about this word luck. Like these people are lucky. It's, and I kind of define luck, and what I've been reading in personal development books is luck is just skill meeting opportunity. Let's get that in the chat and letting that alleviate a little bit for of us. And can we add comments when we're doing pre-recordings? I guess we cannot. Luck meaning luck, skill meaning opportunity. So this is great. And this can help alleviate anxiety right off the bat. Just that general awareness that we do and can get the things done that we know that we want to do when we take the right actions and when we consistently get better at things. People see this value in us and they want to give us these opportunities, thus equating to this idea of getting lucky. However, that doesn't exactly make it easier on the side of anxiety and how many of us in this highly stimulating world can continue to suffer from this and can continue to have our actions dwindle, or that inaction more likely than anything, and feeling pain and some of those negative emotions that anxiety come from, or even having to turn to medicine when we haven't tried some of these holistic options and opportunities. So if you do feel anxiety like myself before, say, giving presentations and speeches, that's usually when I feel it more than anything. And hopefully these tips and tricks can help you when you're feeling anxiety. Let's go ahead and share the screen and take it over to, let's go over to a presentation that I had given recently to a company about tips to help with anxiety. And I wanted to share it with you guys today on this morning show. As we're getting up, rocking and rolling, let's have an amazing Monday. Let's start with a nice educational piece. So let's go ahead and share a screen. That looks kind of crazy. Now we're good. Over to the anxiety. Let's get into the slideshow. So the slideshow, how to get rid of anxiety. First, number one, stepping back, relaxing, and doing some breathing exercises. And the focus on this will be more feeling. And I'll get more into the thought pieces as thoughts come in, they come out. And remember, the thoughts are not you. With this overstimulating world and everyone's opinion coming in and out of you and shaping our experiences and our thoughts, we have to remember that these thoughts are not us, but these feelings, the things that we do feel, they are us. They are who we are, and we must sit back, go internal, and feel these feelings. And doing this specifically with a breathing exercise, first off, is usually what I recommend more than anything. So say before giving in a talk with your company, talking with management, having to talk with a new potential client, and anxiety can be building, sometimes just pausing and focusing on the breath. So we'll do a few breaths just to focus. And when it comes to anxiety, our chances to slow down and to focus on that feeling. Think of it possibly in a place. A lot of times people feel it in their chest, they feel it on their shoulders, and try and just, as you're breathing in, I want you to just go ahead and focus and feel that part of your body. Slow down and feel. And making sure that your exhale is longer than your inhale. This balance of oxygen and carbon dioxide will definitely help you relax. And anxiety, when things are speeding up and going, and we want it to pull back. Tip number one would be to breathe. Focus on that feeling. Maybe it's a particular part of your body. Again, the chest and the shoulders I have found to be the most common areas, and making sure that exhale is longer than your inhale. Tip number one. On to number 2, meditation. Many of us has heard of the benefits of meditation, and this is one of those habits that a lot of people would like to do and they would like to engage themselves in more, but however, things get in the way, other to-do lists get in the way, and we forget to take care of ourselves and we forget to pause for that moment. And along with the breathing exercises, embedding it in our tip number 2, meditation. And a lot of times it comes down, people think, oh, I'm not doing it right. There's no point in me doing it. Any type of YouTube video, any type of book, or anything that will just get you started to sit down, to get in a nice, comfortable position and just sit there and focus. And the biggest thing is when a lot of people get very distracted and it's almost painful to be sitting there still, like it's torture. This is usually just a byproduct of us not doing this type of exercise for decades and decades. We haven't trained ourselves to be skilled in this ability to just sit, focus, and pause. And it's going to take some time. It could even be starting with 1 minute. I'd rather you start with 1 minute a day and consistently do 1 minute a day than do for 10 minutes every Sunday and then not do it the rest of the week. So if just getting started is very tough, just start less, even 10 seconds, even 5 seconds, even just like if we can just for 1 minute a day, pull back, feel, focus. And when your thoughts come in, no judgment on our own part, let it come in, let the thought come in, and then let it go away. And just bring your attention and your focus back to that feeling, say in your body, or just the focus on your breath. If you need something to focus on, it's always nice when you're exhaling, you can focus on the tips of your lips, exhale through your nose, the tips of your nose. And I also recommend that you inhale through your nose. It is just a more efficient filter. It helps, like as a conditioner, it helps appropriate the right temperature of air to get into your body so you have a more efficient way of processing the oxygen and releasing the carbon dioxide in your body. That often when that is out of balance, that is what can cause a whole lot of anxiety. So tip number 2 is trying meditation. And when it comes to anxiety, usually you want to be doing more of a slower pace, really focusing on that exhale, being longer than your inhale, and also making sure to inhale through your nose. Tip number 3 on how to get rid of anxiety: talking to someone. Just simply talking to someone. We are social creatures. This is how we've evolved. This is how we grow. This is how we feel love and connection, where at the end of the day, I would argue that is more often than not people's biggest values, is feeling included, feeling a part of something, and a lot of times just having someone hear you. And of course, as a life coach, you can always talk to me. I put my website in here. You can always go and talk to me. Or if that's not something that you're comfortable with doing, or you don't want to do that, talk to a friend, talk to a parent, talk to somebody about what is going on. Thinking that we are above and beyond, keeping this in and burying this in is only digging a deeper hole. And the farther we dig deeper into this hole, the harder it's going to get out. That is just the simple reality of it. And some people dig holes a lot faster than others. Is that fair? No, it is not. But unfortunately, life is not fair, but it is still our responsibility to make sure that we are okay, that we are able to be at peace with the anxiety. You are not going to ever get rid of this. There will always be a bit of anxiety. This is a survival tool that has helped us stood the test of time. However, living with it, inhabiting it, and being with it has been the most proven form of success to help alleviate this and to avoid other things such as medications when we don't necessarily need them. And of course, some circumstances people do need them, but don't jump to conclusions until you have tried this stuff. Seriously, like going in, trying some of the stuff. If you're not willing to do this, just understand that addiction is real, and getting into some of the medicines can kind of really floor and drive and inhabit, because if we take the easy way out, because everything is work in this life, it takes management. And sometimes when we take a different way out and we haven't tried some of the core things going internally that really dictates our perception, our framing, and our ability to handle things, it doesn't give us a fair chance. And I really highly encourage number 3 to go talk to somebody, someone who you love, someone who you can trust, someone where you can have this safe space and environment to let them know what's going on and to really just focus on this feeling. I keep saying the word feeling because feeling is internal, and this is going to, in my personal experience, and that's the only one I know when it comes to anxiety, going into me and focusing on me for me has been the best way to alleviate anxiety. So talking to someone, getting it out there, addressing it, giving it a name, and then coming back to feeling. And next, for when anxiety comes on, it happens a lot when we're trying something new or we're just in an uncomfortable situation in general. Fortunately, unfortunately, uncomfortability comes from growth. So ask yourself, what is really going on? So I felt on here you have blog posts, me getting on here and talking, or say you're making an educational moment for your own company, for your own business to help enlighten people and inform them about what it is that you do. Because if you want to be in business, you have to tell people that you are in business. They cannot read your mind. You have to go out and you have to take action on this. And it is really scary. However, if you ask yourself, what is really going on? It's like, I am on here trying to help people manage anxiety. I'm learning and growing myself. I'm putting myself out there. I'm doing the best that I can. And then just being aware of that puts a smile to my face and realize, like, holy shit, I'm making a lot of progress. I'm giving it my best effort. I'm doing something that I truly enjoy and love. It's a natural byproduct and survival mechanism to feel this anxiety with it. And then we need to continue to force those common words we've been talking about, inhabiting the feeling and pausing and being with it. So asking yourself, what is really going on? What is causing this anxiety? Is it just an uncomfortable spot? And then we just need to, when we're trying new things and we want to grow, realize that uncomfortability is going to be part of this. And we have to, and it's our responsibility to try and help manage and stay with this. Next, and the 5th tip for how to get rid of anxiety is getting better. Whenever you get better at things, whenever you get more skilled at things, damn it, the confidence, the energy will grow. And as you continue to, we'll always have problems, but the problems will improve. They'll be more in alignment with your values, and getting better just on improvement and taking action has been a great way for me to alleviate anxiety. So for example, with the presentations, doing the live videos and along those things, where I was feeling a lot more anxiety than I would like to admit as a life coach. But this is part of it. No one gets away with not feeling any of this. Some of us, unfortunately, feeling more than others, but again, still our responsibility. And when you take action on things, I want you to think of when you went out and you did something new. You thought of a fun idea. You joined some club with your friends to go out, to get outside and do something fun. Or you gave that presentation, and as soon as it was done, how did you feel? Did you feel relieved? Did you feel relaxed? Did you feel grateful that you did and take the action? Did you feel more confident and realize, damn, that really wasn't that bad? So just focusing on taking action when it is the anxiety and trying getting lost in the moment of the action that you're doing can only, because our bandwidth is only so good, and we'll have to turn and direct our focus to development and to the action that is truly in front of us. So getting better, getting more skilled, implementation and action can be a huge alleviator for anxiety. So a quick little recap: breathing exercises, focusing on the feeling, meditation, letting the thoughts come and letting them go, and pulling our attention back to that feeling. No judgment. And we're not going to be good at this right at the bat. That is okay. But we will get better. Talking to someone, just verbalizing what the hell is going on, answering that question. What is really going on? Maybe you're telling your friend that, answering that question, and you're telling them about all the progress that you're making. How would your best friend treat the situation? They would say, damn it, Tanner, you're kicking ass and you're really putting yourself out there. You truly want to help people. Like, yes, this is uncomfortable. Giving talks and being in front of people, that stuff, it can be difficult. Especially not everyone's just naturally super talented at that. And I'd argue even the people who were naturally talented at stuff, they still felt anxiety at the beginning and they still had to be with it. And then going to our last piece, taking that action on it. And then, like most problems, when we get through them and we look back at them, we tend to think, damn, that wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. I feel a lot better now. So we know that we'll never get rid of anxiety completely. Sucks. There's no end all. There's no cure all. It's inhabiting. It's being responsible to improve the feeling with it. Having that clarity and that awareness can be what takes us to the next level. Below, if you do not have someone to talk to, if you do not have a friend or a safe space that you're comfortable doing that, please go to talktotanner.com. The first session, if you want to just have me listen to you, you can, and you need an outlet, I am here for you. This is my mission. I am here to help people. So don't be scared or hesitate to please fill out a form and join a session and see if we can kind of give a label to this, give an awareness to this. Maybe we just really ask, what is going on here? You're probably kicking a lot more ass than you give yourself credit for. It's just being a little impatient to the ideal of something far into the future. And that gap of the future to the reality of now can be a whole lot of anxiety. So be very careful. And if we just need more education and we just need a foundation for this, please, you can always go to talktotanner.com and we can set up a free coaching session. I'm going to go ahead and jump out of this, jump back into my StreamYard. Sorry, that looks a little trippy on a single monitor. So my challenge would be the next time you feel anxiety, try one of these trips. One of these tips, not trips. Sorry, a little tired this morning. Try one of these tips. See where you can try and implement a breathing exercise. See where you can meditate a little bit. Find an outlet, somebody to talk to, a friend, a coach, an organization. What is really going on? And today, not tomorrow, today, take some action on something. One step forward, baby. We know we got it. We on it. We doing it. We feeling it. It's part of it, but that's okay. Because one step forward is just going to give us that much more awareness, that much more clarity to be able to handle this, to be able to become the best version of ourselves so we can be the best version for other people, the most important people in our lives, whether our children, our spouse, our friends, our coworkers, the people we need to show up as. Because if we want to change the world, we must change ourselves. Here to help people develop that relationship with themselves. And again, if you know anyone who could benefit from these tips, if you know anyone who needs help with management of this, please connect us. I'm here to do, this is my mission. I want to help as many people as possible. That's why we're doing these shows. That's why we're busting our asses on our businesses and trying to take it to the next level. Thank you all so much. Really appreciate you. And I'll be tuning in and checking in with you guys again tomorrow at 5:30 a.m. Mountain Standard Time while we're still on our trip running around out west. So cheers to that. Cheers. Let's take some action today. Let's take one step forward with this and keep improving ourselves by the day. Remember, we can only compare ourselves to be a better version of ourselves tomorrow. Cheers. Thanks, friends. Have an amazing day. Go help somebody, listen to somebody. Let's be present in the moment, here, not there, and enjoy. Till next time.